So when you're talking about personal brand, and this goes for whether you're starting your own business, whether you, in my opinion, whether you're an employee, even if you're a stay-at-home mom, you have a personal brand. Do you agree with that, or what are your thoughts on that?
Oh, 100%. In the online market today, people want to buy from people, and people no longer buy from people that they don't like just because it's a good product. People will literally boycott good products because they don't like the person and who they are behind the product. So being somebody who feels authentic and has personality traits that they like is going to get you more 100% of the time. And the great part about it is like you and me. So like people can't see us right now, but you and I have a little bit of different style. Like we probably have a lot of the same energy and excitement, and we get along really well, but you and I are going to approach life differently. Like I have a little more of a kid playfulness, like look and feel to me, and you have a little bit more of that like edgy, fun, rebellious kind of look, and that kind of thing. And that's going to attract two different kinds of people just by
Right.
the way we naturally are, right?
Sure.
And what's good about that is that one, it allows you to be yourself, right? Because you naturally enjoy the way you look and you look amazing.
Oh,
And and I naturally like to be, the way I am, which is that like comedy, playfully kind of thing, and that works for me.
I
And
think
so
I look at you like you're like very chill, but still very intentional.
yeah, I say elegant and playful are the two words
Yeah,
I like to go for. Like I look like somebody you'd want to tell you things and learn from and maybe buy from, but I also look like somebody where you'd go like sing karaoke with.
exactly.
That's
Lots
what
of
I'm
fun.
going for.
Totally.
But
Totally.
the point is that somebody is going when they see us online, the right kind of person is going to go, "Oh, I like her. I like her. I like what she says. I like her opinions about things. I like the way she approaches life. I feel like I could walk through 20 homes with her and enjoy it versus hate it. I feel like I would trust that she makes decisions I would make and have me in her best interest." And that all comes down to personal brand. It all comes down to how people perceive you because they're not just buying a home, they are being convinced to buy a home. And you're the one that convinces them, which means if they don't trust you, then it's going to be way harder to sell. And the longer it takes for
Right.
you to get somebody to make a decision, the less amount of selling you can do.
Right. Because, like you said, people want to buy from those they know, like, and trust. They want to form a connection. In my opinion, the fastest way to form that now is online with your reputation, your branding, because that's where everybody goes. And if
Mm-hmm.
you don't have a social presence, in my mind, people look at you like they did 10 or 15 years ago if you didn't have a website. They kind of
Yeah.
like you're not legit anymore,
Mm-hmm.
even though
Yeah.
you may
And
run a
you,
business.
yeah. And you have an opportunity too. Like, think about going on 10 dates with somebody, right? They know you way more, right? But imagine that you only had to go on one date with somebody, but then they went to your social following and got all the information that they would have from going
Right.
on 10 dates with you, right? Like when somebody Googles you or goes, on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter, whatever, to find you, they get a closer sense of who you are, right? You and me getting interviewed, people don't know me that are listening, but they're getting to know me right now. But you know what? After we get off, I get to go do other things. And every single day that somebody hears this episode without any of my extra effort, other people get to know me.
Right.
So, really, to me, social media is one of the best places to create more time and perpetuate your selling ability if you do it right. The problem is everybody's confusing the market by doing too much stuff, too much content, talking about too many things. Like you need
Okay.
to
Let's
decide
dig
on the
into that.
few, yeah, you need to decide on the few opinions and things you want people to really know about you, and you need to repeat those often. Like be quotable.
Okay, let's dive into that because I was just about to ask you before you said that. What type of stuff do you think should make up your personal brand? Is it all business? Is it business and a couple of interests so that people get to know you as a person? What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think, well, so I think one thing is even in a personal brand, this works in a business side too, but even a personal brand, I think you want to decide what kind of opinions about your industry you want to perpetuate. Right.
Okay.
So for instance, like for the real estate space, right? Do you have opinions about starting small with a starter home, right? Because you believe your first home is just the stepping stone to your dream home, right? That's a personal stance, which means you are going to specialize in starter homes, right? If you are on the luxury side, then you're going to have opinions about what luxury means and what luxury is to certain people, right?
Yep.
If you are in different industries or different space, decide, look at it and say, what are my actual opinions where somebody could go, oh, you know, what Stephanie says this about this particular thing. So for other people who aren't in, and actually, I know a ton of women who are in the real estate space, but they're also a relationship coach or a declutter coach or a life coach, or they make courses to help women with autoimmune diseases, or, all the different things, or they have, they sell Young Living or Monat or something like that. There's so many people where real estate actually feeds financially the ability to do other things, which is why I think it's a really fun place to be. But yeah, that you've got to decide what your opinions are from an industry's perspective. And then you have to decide what about me is going to help people feel connected to me to make a decision, right? So like I said, is it somebody who feels very professional and somber? Is that what your audience is going to want? Are they going to want somebody who feels, upbeat and excited and energetic? Are they going to want to feel somebody who's laid back, and what that looks like, right? And you're going to, depending on who you want to sell to, those are different,
Right.
Like if you're selling to people and they're showing up in jeans and a t-shirt and you've got a 3-piece suit on, there's a disconnect there, right? So knowing that audience to go, okay, I'm going to show the parts of myself, not that you're not being authentic. You're going to strategically show them the parts of yourself that align with the parts of them, which means that dictates what you share personally, right? So I don't share politics or religion from a branding perspective, right? And that, because that doesn't help anybody, because there is no unity of people that want this kind of house and are also this, this political affiliation. So that I don't think helps us. But I do like to say, I love to do karaoke. Like, I like these kinds of things. Like I like a good pair of heels and a glass of wine for happy hour, because that shows a little bit of who I am. Right. But I'm not going to share, like, I'm not a big pet person. I've been allergic to pets my whole life. My dad's super allergic to pets, so we've never had them. So I just don't have.
Well, we can't be friends anymore.
See, but that's why. Because if that you say that, but there's somebody.
Really, I am a four dog mom. So
no, yeah, and I tell you, if I could breathe when dogs were around, I'd be all for it. But that's the thing. That's not something I'm not out going, oh, pets, they suck, because it's unhelpful. It's unhelpful.
You just don't mention it.
Yeah, but there are people where loving their dog is an entire part of their brand, because in real estate, if they're going to show people that they that they love showing homes with big backyards and big family spaces, and 90% of those people have pets, freaking show your dog on social media and how much you love them and how great it is to be near a park that your dog can play at, which, by the way, that's the first thing you show them when you run by. You don't show them the house first. You show them the play area where their kids can play and their dog can run. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's strategic in what you share, but if you don't know who the heck you're selling to, then it's hard to know what to share that's going to resonate with them. So knowing who you're selling to and saying you sell to everybody who wants a house is unhelpful.
So it's interesting, because my business partner and I, we were doing some sales training the other day with a builder, and we were telling them, walking them through the process, features, benefits, you got to tie it into emotion, because logic makes people think, but emotion makes them act. And 90 to 95% of people buy on emotion. And when they choose you, whether you're a service provider, you're a coach, you're an agent, they're choosing you because of that emotion. And so if you're connecting with them via your personal brand, because you're both doing keto or you both love coffee, that's an emotional connection that they're getting off social media or off of your blog or whatever it is that they're finding you on.
Yeah, especially the being just somebody who gives information, like how to do a walkthrough of a house, or it does build expertise, which is good, but expertise is a dime a dozen. Right?
Agreed. Yep.
So I completely agree with you. The thing they're going to remember is that that you like to go do that, like that you do this exercise thing, or you love to rock climb,